Hello and welcome to lifeissacred.net, an educational website discussing the issues surrounding abortion. This video provides a brief tutorial of what's available here. This website was designed to help raise awareness of the issues surrounding abortion and contraception, especially in light of the HHS mandate, which limits the freedom of individuals, businesses, and organizations to oppose products or services that can result in the loss of human life. This website focuses on 7 areas related to this issue. The first area relates to health risks involved with abortion and oral contraceptives. The second helps identify arguments used to help establish the personhood of the unborn. The third focuses on the challenges facing religious individuals and institutions in light of the recent government's HHS mandate. The fourth and fifth links provide access to purity, pregnancy, pro-life, and faith resources. Looking at the first link and focusing on oral contraceptive health risks, per the World Health Organization International Agency for Research on Cancer, estrogen, progestogen, oral contraceptives, and combined estrogen-progestogen menopausal therapy are carcinogenic to humans. Per a study conducted in the Netherlands and published in The Lancet, the relative risk for women younger than 36 years old who use oral contraceptives for 4 or more years is 2.1. This means that if the ordinary risk for breast cancer for women in this age group was 1 in 12, it would increase to 1 in 6 women who were taking oral contraceptives for 4 or more years. The risk is even higher for women who use oral contraceptives before the age of 20, with the relative risk increase of 1.44 per year. I've provided a link to an article discussing similar research conducted through Mayo Clinic, as well as a link to a summary article published in American Thinker written by Dr. Tim Collins. Although estrogen reduces the risk for ovarian and endometrial cancers, 1 in 8 women will develop breast cancer during their lifetime, compared to 1 in 72 for ovarian cancer and 1 in 38 for endometrial cancer. You'll also find a link to a video discussing how oral contraceptives act as an abortifacient. Namely, progestogens found in oral contraceptives can act to prevent a newly conceived person from growing. Then there's abortionfacts.com, 20 facts everyone should know about abortion, a video discussing an increased risk of breast cancer following an abortion, a link to afterabortion.org, which lists the major physical complications related to an abortion, and a link to natural family planning resources. Lastly, I've included a link to Mary Eberstadt's book, Adam and Eve After the Pill, Paradoxes of the Sexual Revolution. Going back to our homepage, the third link discusses the HHS mandate and the implications it has on those who hope to exercise a conscientious objection, whether as individuals practicing in healthcare, such as a nurse, pharmacist, or doctor who would be involved in prescribing or administering an abortifacient, an owner of a business, or a nonprofit organization such as an orphanage, school, or hospital with a pro-life or religious orientation, which provides health insurance to students and/or employees. You'll find a link to several videos and a link to background information on the challenges faced by the HHS mandate. Lastly, I've included statements made by business owners who realize the implications of the mandate and express their concerns. The fourth link on our homepage contains links to websites devoted to discussing issues surrounding chastity for singles, couples, and spouses. You'll find links to chastity.com, which covers areas such as dating, how far is too far, pornography, homosexuality, and birth control. There's also a link to the Gift Foundation, which has free online audio offering a crash course in Pope John Paul II's Theology of the Body, and an opportunity for husbands to join together with thousands of Christian men all over the globe in fasting once per month for their brides. You'll also find a link to Catholic Chastity Formation, For Your Marriage, and chastitycall.org. Then there's links discussing the harmful effects of pornography, such as pornharms.com, where you can read the latest peer-reviewed research articles along with current news and opinion articles about the harms of pornography. You can also engage in the war on illegal pornography, help keep schools and libraries safe from pornography, help defend broadcast decency standards, learn about the Dirty Dozen, 12 facilitators of porn in America, read personal experiences that provide proof that pornography harms, and more. You'll also find a link to reclaimsexualhealth.com, discussing pornography, the harm caused by masturbation, and sex addiction. A link to the porneffect.com has been provided, which is organized for men, women, and married couples. Then I've included 2 links helpful for overcoming pornography addiction. The first is for a free ebook, The Porn Circuit, available through covenanteyes.com, and the second is for a stop letter by Dr. Monica Bro, which contains techniques and tips to help stop unhealthy sexual attitudes and behaviors. You'll also find a petition to help the enforcement of laws against illegal pornography, a graph indicating that the United States is responsible for 89% of the pornographic websites in the world, and a link to a Facebook page that helps encourage abstinence by posting encouraging images, testimonies, and quotations to your daily newsfeed. The 5th link contains 3 additional links for pro-life, pregnancy, and faith resources. Of the pro-life links, you'll find Priests for Life, which contains a comprehensive alphabetical listing of all the pro-life organizations available in the United States, a link for Justice for All, an organization which trains thousands to make abortion unthinkable for millions, one person at a time, then The Case for Life, an excellent book by Scott Klusendorf, which lays out clear and cogent arguments for presenting the pro-life message. A link to Life Training Institute, For Us, which equips pregnancy centers with the latest ultrasound technology and training, a link to an excellent movie, October Baby, and lastly, a link to additional pro-life activities hosted on the United States Conference of Catholic Bishops website. Of the pregnancy resource links, you'll find a link for apassiontoserve.org, a project of the Family Resource Council. There, you will find a very informative PDF report which quantifies the positive impact pregnancy resource centers, or PRCs, are making upon the local and national community, as well as featured stories and centers. Also recorded in the report is the development of the 3 major pregnancy resource networks, CareNet, Heartbeat International, and the National Institute of Family and Life Advocates. I've provided links to those organizations below, as well as lifecall.org, an organization formed in 1981 that provides resources for pregnant women and their babies. So far, they've helped over 20,000 women. Over 200 pregnant women call 1-800-NO-ABORT, their national hotline, every month seeking assistance. Below that is an alphabetical list of other pregnancy resource centers. Lastly, there's the Faith Resources link. This link contains links to videos, CDs, and essays written in defense of faith. I won't discuss those here, but save them for another tutorial discussing Pure Heart Culture, a sister website I've set up. The 7th link contains information on an opportunity for those who are pro-life and would like to connect with others through a fasting and prayer event hosted several times throughout the year on social networking sites such as Facebook and Google+. The remaining 5 links are fairly self-explanatory. I'd recommend checking out a few of the quotes from Physicians for Life and checking out the free gift section, where you can find a list of free audio CDs that I'm giving away. You'll also notice an About Me link, which contains a story I wrote detailing some of the amazing things that happened in my life through my relationship with God, including a dream I had in 2003 that foreshadowed something that would happen to me on July 7th, 2007. Lastly, feel free to click on the link for Pure Heart Culture, a website I've set up to help inspire faith, hope, and charity, provide incentives for volunteer work, and explain and defend the Christian and Catholic faith. Thank you for your time. I hope you enjoy your visit at lifeissacred.net.